Welcome back. As Republicans work to enact the president's massive spending bill, proposed cuts to Medicaid are creating a deep sense of fear among 15 million Americans with disabilities who rely on that program. For individuals with Down syndrome, Medicaid is their primary form of insurance, covering everything from personal care to assistive technology. Joining me now, Audrey Presby and Jeremy Frazier, hosts of the Audrey and Jeremy Show, a podcast billed as two adults with Down syndrome having conversations with world changers. Also with us, the president and CEO of the National Down Syndrome Society, Candi Pickard. Audrey, I want to ask you first. I was listening to this podcast, and part of what you said in this larger conversation is, I have a full life and I want to live it. So how could cuts to Medicaid impact you and the quality of life that you have right now?
That's a really good question. I have rheumatoid arthritis. I was 4 years old when I first got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So with the cuts to Medicaid, it will affect me so much medically. Yeah. I do these monthly infusions to keep my arthritis to move a lot. If I don't get that infusions, I won't be able to move my body. I have arthritis from my head to my toes. So like every part of my body.
Yeah.
And if I don't get the medication that's helping me right now, all of my bendy parts of my bodies will get like puffed up in a lot of pain. It will get stiff. I can't physically move them. And I will be in a wheelchair at home, not moving my body, trying to ask for help, to carry me to places that I really don't need to happen. And I honestly do not want to be in that situation. So hopefully they don't cut it so I won't have to live that moment again.
Yeah, it would directly impact your ability to have independence. And Jeremy, what does this state of not knowing feel like for you?
It's depressing that they are doing it, and seeing this, honestly, it's my life and others' lives, and people with Down syndrome I have is basically a self-determination program that helps me be more independent and more in my goals too. And I have jobs that I have, and I got people with my support staff to have transportation to get me to jobs. It's getting myself more out there and being more independent.
It's the independence, but Candi, how could work requirements or other barriers to Medicaid impact individuals with Down syndrome, at least as the bill is written right now?
Yeah, it's a great question, Allie. And I think NDSS remains concerned that these drastic cuts and changes to Medicaid are going to pressure states into making these difficult decisions about Medicaid programs. And history shows that when budget and resources are tight, optional programs such as these home and community-based services are the first to be cut. And the specific proposals we're concerned about, as you mentioned, one of them being Medicaid work requirements. The other two are changes to state provider taxes and then the reduction in retroactive coverage as well.
Audrey, you talked about how you could lose independence because of the way that you get your rheumatoid arthritis treatment if these cuts to Medicaid happened. But those cuts wouldn't just impact you. Can you talk about what it would mean for your family?
Oh, yeah, of course. With my family, because they're also part of my support team, they weren't able to take me to work, to my job, to my community, to my community events, and all of that. When they help me a lot, they will feel like I feel so bad for my sister or for my daughter that I'm afraid that she's not going to have the chance to live her life. And I honestly do not want them to think that way. That, yes, I do have Down syndrome, too. I love having a disability. That makes me unique. With my family help and support, they help me how to, be a person, show emotions, be part of the action. So without my family, I'm basically nothing. So I'm very happy that they are part of my life and supporting me, even though it's hard to talk about Medicaid for people like me and Jeremy and for other people and their families. I don't really know about their family, but I do know this topic is something everybody's going through right now.
Yeah.
So
There's
they're
a lot of
probably experiencing different.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of people who are scared right now. They echo what you said on your podcast, Jeremy. So if you could say something to members of Congress who are considering voting for this, what would you want them to know?
To be honest, during that podcast that day, when I mentioned I was scared to hell because honestly it was hard to. I know Medicaid is a big word for everyone, and it's important for people like us and everyone with intellectual disabilities have the rights to have the tools and resources to find what they want in their lives. So my family is here to help me. If they were cutting it, I would not be here today.
I think it's clear that all of you rely so much on your communities and you really enjoy your independence. And I think everyone can relate to that. So as lawmakers consider this bill, I hope that they hear your story. I hope that they listen to your podcast. Audrey, Jeremy, and Candy, thank you for coming on and sharing your story and your experience with us.